Hello, I'm Raoul Reynolds from Ennett Shikari. You are watching Morecore TV. Are you staying awake for the leftover?
Seit über 15 Jahren erfinden sich Enter Shikari immer wieder neu und schaffen es so, im doch sehr schnelllebigen Musikbusiness relevant zu bleiben. Wir haben mit Frontmann Rao bei Rock am Ring über ihre letzte und bisher größte Headliner-Tour, Lieblingsfestivals, Ghostwriting in der Post-Hardcore-Szene und den Wandel in der Band von damals bis heute gesprochen.
Ja moin, wir sitzen hier mit dem Rao von Enter Shikari, haben einen kleinen Schnack und thanks for having us, man.
Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
How are you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm really good. I woke up with horrendous hay fever.
Okay.
And I was reminded that last time... Actually, I don't think it was last time we played Rock am Ring, but like 2012, so... The
15.
second to last time.
It was 15.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the time before that. Okay, so 2015 the last time. But 2012 was like when I had the worst hay fever I've ever had.
Okay.
And I found it really hard to sing on stage and stuff. And I was like, oh no, it's going to be another repeat of that. But throughout the day, as it's been raining, I think that's been really good. So I'm like in a better place now. I'm still a bit like, but yeah, I'm better.
So the British weather is quite good for
Feeling
you.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, it was horrendous this week. It's got really bad, but yeah.
You're at Rock am Ring. The last time you were here, you played in Mendig, right?
Yeah.
There was the other venue where
Yes.
the festival changed this location. You remember?
Yes, I remember. Yeah. That's why when we came here today, we were like trying to remember, is this the place it was last year?
Yeah.
Or last time? Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you like this more, or do you like the other festival?
Was the other one, it had more like grass?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It
this is
wasn't-
on the track, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
It
it's
was an
like,
airport.
I mean, I like grass. I don't make of that what you like.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I think this is a really cool. It's quite individual. Like, not many places are on a racetrack.
Yeah.
Not many festivals on a racetrack. So it has a lot of individuality and originality to it. So it's cool. But I think my favorite festival is when it's literally in the middle of a field or a forest or something, and it's just like beautiful nature.
So you mentioned your favorite festivals. What are other favorite festivals from you like to play or you like to visit as a
Guest.
guest?
Um,
Are you going to festivals as a guest, or is it not possible for you?
I mean, this year, literally every weekend we're playing a festival. We're doing a small one in England, a little independent one called 2000 Trees, which is kind of what I was just describing. It's in the middle of a woodland.
Yeah, I think I know. This is pretty nice lineup there.
Yeah, and it's only like 15,000 capacity, so it's quite small. Feels very communal and different from like huge festivals like this. I mean, they both have great pros, but I'm looking forward to doing a festival like that. I think that would be really fun. But I'm not actually going to any as a punter. Maybe Reading and Leeds if we don't have a festival then. But yeah, we'll see.
So it's the 5th time for you here. I just counted it. 5th at Rock am Ring.
Really?
Yeah, first time was in 2007, I think.
Oh wow.
So you forgot it.
Yeah. We've done so many festivals, man. Like, I thought we'd only played twice.
Really?
Christ.
I've seen you like 3 times at least.
Okay.
So yeah.
Amazing. Oh, I'll have to like go through YouTube and remind myself.
Wikipedia, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, it's good to be back.
How do you feel about Rock am Ring and these huge festivals? Do you need some preparation, or are you used to like going on stage and going crazy there?
I think it's easier at festivals because even backstage you can't help but feel that sort of the excitement, the festival atmosphere and vibe, and there's a lot less pressure because you're just one band out of hundreds. So if you have a shit show, it's not as bad as if people are coming to see you headline your own show and you have a shit show. There's a lot more pressure. So yeah, I just really enjoy the atmosphere, and I almost always have if we're playing on an outdoor stage, like I like tents as well, but if I can see the sky and I'm playing music, I'm in heaven. Like this is just my favorite thing to do. So I just always really look forward to it. This is our first festival of the season, of the summer.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, can't wait.
So you mentioned also the club tour or your regular shows in the hall. Your last tour was pretty nice with the Cradophonic sound.
Yeah.
So you're constantly pushing to the next level.
Yeah.
So whose idea was it?
Well, we saw Roger Waters at Coachella in like 2008 maybe or something like that, and he was doing. Sorry, if I can turn this off. He was doing Quadraphonic sound there, and that's the first time we'd ever seen it or really heard about it. And I've maybe been like sometimes corporate events do like quadraphonic sound. You know, if they're unveiling a car, it would be like, not that I go to these things, but apparently that's what happens.
Yeah.
But bands haven't really. It's only been Pink Floyd that have like grasped that and like made it an incredible experience. And me being quite naively ambitious to the point of being ridiculously ambitious, I thought I want to do that. And you know, back then it was a pipe dream, but then when we started getting big enough to play arenas in the UK, it was like we can actually do it here, because effectively you're hiring an empty room and you bring everything in, your PA, the whole production is what you hire. So like, well, let's make it quadraphonic, we can do this. Dived in at the deep end without really realizing that it's so much work. Like
I believe,
the amount of programming we had to do, and we're still very stringently DIY, so we wanted to do it ourselves, and it was about 3 months of work to reprogram the set. But it was just so much fun, and this time luckily we got to take it to the German shows as well. So yeah, it just makes the show more interesting and disconcerting, I think, which is good.
So how big was the travel party? How many trucks did you use then?
I think it was 4 or 5. So there was our bus that we slept on, and then there was 4 or 5 other trucks.
Pretty nice
for
production.
Lighting, PA.
Nice.
It's crazy.
Nice.
Crazy.
You're always doing a lot with the DIY stuff. So you're trying things like the quadraphonic sound. You're doing your own label. What comes next? What are your next dreams to do right now?
I don't know. I think that's enough. Enough work on my plate.
I can't believe that there are no ideas.
Well, I've started writing music outside of Shikari, which is something I've always wanted to do. Okay. So this year I'm finally getting into that, which has been really nice.
Would there be some release or?
Possibly. I mean, like, I don't mean like for me. I mean like for other artists and stuff. So
okay.
I'm just getting into that world, which has been really fun, like working with other people.
So the producer job, the producer and songwriting.
Yeah, basically. Job. Yeah.
What kind of music is it? Can you tell us something?
I think he's not allowed to tell us.
It's very early stages.
No. Just is it like pop music, or is it still like post-hardcore, whatever? So
so there's a big range of stuff. So I love classical music. So there's one like film project I'm working on with another composer.
Okay.
And then there's I've been writing a lot of like super camp funky pop. Like that's my thing at the moment.
Nice.
Like I just can't get enough of like new school funk and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe you'll hear. Maybe someone will go, yeah, I like that, and release it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
So you don't think about doing some raw single stuff, single project music and
I don't know. Every time I've every time I've gone
playing in some
like,
small
this year
jazz
I'm gonna
clubs.
do some. Oh yeah, that was it. I've told myself that like this year I'm going to do some solo stuff about 4 times.
Okay.
And it just, because we're very lucky that Shikari is still, not just that we're still a band, but we're still like growing. It still feels like relevant and important. So that just takes up all my focus.
What I'm asking, the whole ghostwriting thing in the post-hardcore scene. So there were some articles about a guy who was writing full albums or full records for other bands.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
It's funny. I think because it's a very specific style of music that is built around passion
Yeah.
and honesty. That's like they're the central pillars of like punk and hardcore. So to have someone else write it for you, that just doesn't feel quite right, because then by definition it's dishonest if you're singing someone else's. I mean, maybe you say I want you to write the song about this. This is what I've been going through, or this is what I'm passionate about. Please write this. And maybe you still believe in it, and maybe you can still deliver passion even if someone else writes the record. I don't know. It's an interesting conversation, isn't it? Like, I could... It's not something I'd probably feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
But I get the most enjoyment in life out of writing music, so I wouldn't want to push that aside. But then some people probably get much more enjoyment out of performing music and perhaps don't enjoy the creative process as much. So different people, different needs.
It depends on the artist
Yeah.
in the end. So
Yeah.
Well, very diplomatic answer.
Sorry, it's boring.
When you compare Enter Shikari in 2018 to your beginnings, MySpace times, and how you dressed yourself and stuff like that, do you feel like, don't know, proud or ashamed or whatever? Just seeing you grow to
What
the
are you saying,
band.
man? What are you saying about my dress sense?
No, it's just like
It's funky.
when you compare your first shows and the stuff you did there,
Yeah, it's
and now
very
you're
different.
standing with the trumpet and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. It makes me feel glad that we haven't just stayed doing one thing, because one, I don't think we could have, because I mean, I'm too fidgety. I like pushing myself and progressing and finding out different things and going, okay, I wonder if I can do something like that, and that's what drives me. But yeah, I mean, obviously I'll look back and some things will like embarrass me, but like that's what makes looking back funny and enjoyable. If you look back and everything's just really serious, and you need to be able to laugh, don't you? Like,
yeah, definitely.
there's certainly enough to laugh about just in my haircuts, I think. So yeah, it's all
But
good.
still looking good.
Cheers.
Looking forward, your last album was about 1 year ago. Not a lot.
is it?
No.
Yeah,
it
almost.
is.
Was September? The Spark.
It's yeah.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah. So what comes next?
We're going to release some more music this year.
Oh, nice. Some singles or
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't know when yet.
And
Possibly soon. Possibly not.
The Spark was a quite big change of the music from Enter Shikari. So
Yeah.
we pushed it to the next level.
Yeah.
With a lot of different styles mixed in it. So what can we expect from the next singles?
The stuff I'm writing at the moment it's not a million miles away from the Spark. Like it's on the same sort of track, but it is a progression again.
Yeah.
It has a similar style in terms of like that post-punk style of taking subjects that are quite difficult to not interpret, but difficult to sing about, really, to talk even to talk about with people, but then putting those subjects over the backdrop of a quite upbeat and jubilant sounding music, which I just love that juxtaposition. So it's that in that way it's kind of similar. Like the music is sounding quite positive, but the lyrics are just realistic.
I believe they're
not optimistic,
typical Shikari
but they're not
thing.
pessimistic.
Yeah.
They're just
Enter Shikari,
balanced and diplomatic.
You should do politics.
Yeah. No.
You should. 'Cause I think that there are a lot of good ideas and good. There's a lot very good view of all the things that are happening outside, and in all tracks in the last albums. So
Yeah.
I think you might do politics. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
thought about
in the
this?
wider sense of the term.
Yeah.
Like I'm working with a few people who are doing a documentary about how bad GDP is and how economics needs to progress. It hasn't really progressed that much for at least 50 years, and that's really interesting. So like, if it's working on projects of building awareness around a subject or something, I'm very intrigued in that. But in terms of like becoming a MP or something, I don't have the patience and the focus.
Okay.
I don't think.
You still need some time for your creative output.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All good.
Rao,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We wish you a
Cheers.
very nice tour, all the festivals. I hope it will be a lot of fun for you.
A great show
Yeah,
tonight.
I hope so. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
without the rain, because there might be some more
Yeah.
people standing in front of the stage. I think.
What's the crowd here like with rain? Do you think they're just going to power through and not give a shit?
if
Put a
you
poncho on?
if
Or do you think they're going to be like?
I remember me staying about 8 years ago at the Korn show, right in the night, dancing. It was so stormy and so cold, but my thought was, okay, I need to dance. So I was dancing a lot.
that was a
man.
sick show.
That was a
I've been
really
there
chic show
too, so.
with the rain in it, and
Yeah.
it was the part when the electronic album came out, the Path
Yeah.
of Totality,
Oh,
with the
yeah,
dubstep things and drum and bass things. So the music was quite pushing. So
Did they have thunder? Thunder
yes.
and lightning.
yeah,
Yes.
it had.
So I was
Yes.
at a Slam Dunk festival in England the other
Yeah.
day, and it was like bands had all grouped together to pay for extra production because
Yeah.
nature was just going in.
Shit.
Like
Yeah.
there was just massive bolts of lightning, like whilst Good Charlotte were playing and like Jimmy Eat World and stuff. So it was
Yeah.
like this epic music was huge thunder and lightning. We're like,
Nice.
whoa, this is incredible.
Yeah, we'll see what happens this whole weekend. So
Yeah.
we had some storms and thunder last night. We were sleeping in the tents.
Right.
Yeah.
It was sick. So
man.
Yeah. All
Don't
of our
need that
guys
again, but yeah.
standing and so come on, Mama. Ja, das war's mit Enter Shikari. Thank you, Rao. Mike.
Mike.
Oh, Mike ist wieder da. Großartig. Bye, bye.